situations. Well, what am I talking about? I have to, I have to remind you um, of what it is to be human at the best of times and at the worst of times, because these are the things that define us. These are the things that also give us our resolve as people who want to do unto others as we want done to us. I want to put you in a bit of a picture here so you can understand the seriousness of this situation. I want you to understand not just the seriousness of this situation, but the gravity of why it's so important that if you are in any kind of position to assist, that you do get on this train and fight with us for a winning cause. I want you to imagine yourself just gotten a career opportunity that's taking you to another city, that is giving you the opportunity to become and spread your wings further than you've ever spread them before. I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine coming and seeing your family on the weekend because your family is in East London. And of course, this is a good time. These are celebratory times. These are the things that we want to share with each other. These are the things that make us happy. I want you to imagine that kind of happiness, the kind of blessing that you get when you go home and you and two friends who graciously offered you a lift as well, because you guys are working in the same area and you're moving in the same direction, and things don't go according to plan because on your way, I want you to imagine an accident, a car accident that almost takes the life of all three of you. Fortunately, the higher power was with every single person in that vehicle, though some injuries are worse than others. I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine being taken to the hospital, not sure of your injuries, a hospital quite distant from where you are from, where you don't have much family, and they are concerned, and you are in a hospital getting quite minimal treatment as it's been, come to see. When they tell you about your injuries, they tell you of the severity of your injuries. You look at your arm, realizing that without the proper attention, something worse than what has already happened could happen to that arm. I want you to imagine that. Imagine that's you going through all of that. Imagine you've been in the passage of a hospital for 2 weeks. You have not been assigned to a ward. You have not been given the kind of reassurance about your injuries and about the way forward that you kind of need to know that something good is going to happen when they attend to your injuries the way that it's supposed to happen. So the people that are looking out for you, including every single one of you out there who's listening and watching this broadcast right now, I want you to imagine people rallying around your concerns and your injuries to the extent that the information that we do find out from Greenacres Hospital is that there is an important surgery that needs to happen on that arm, and it needs not wait for much time because that kind of time is not afforded for this kind of injury. I want you to imagine looking at your injuries and knowing that within a week or so, um, And without the proper care, we don't know what that would state or keep in mind for your injuries. I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine the kind of concern that you'd be having for yourself and for those who love you and for everyone who is so concerned, but maybe not in a position at the moment to assist with anything. I want you to imagine you at your most desperate, you at your most needy moment, and remembering those people who came through for you when you needed them the most. Now I want you to imagine being one of those people to come through for someone when they need you the most. Because I'm not talking about a figure of our imagination, talking about someone we all know and love. I want you to imagine all of this story being about Silk Damoy, where he is right now at Livingston Hospital, in need of our care, in need of our friendship, in need of our donations, and indeed in need of 65,000 Rand so that his surgery can take place and we can save him from his injuries and restore him to what he knows as is as close to normal as possible, with his autonomy, with his functionality of his own body, and of course, with his reaffirmation and belief in humanity and the fact that we can all pull together to make something special happen for someone who really needs it the most. Now I want you to imagine Silk walking out of Greenacres Hospital, having gotten the help he needs. And then I want you to imagine, how do you think we're going to make that happen? K&R Cares is reaching out to you and everybody you know to help us. The Capitec banking details are on the screen as you can see them. Account number 160-705-4920. The branch code is there as well. The reference, just say Silk. You can e-wallet. You can send cash on 084 600 3840. We are attempting to collect as much as possible to help meet the demand of this exorbitant figure, which we will conquer. 65,000 Rand is what is needed, and 65,000 Rand is what we must raise. I want you to imagine us hitting that figure in the next few days because we need to. Silk Damoy needs our help, and we are here for it. 29 minutes after 10 a.m. This is the moment of truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what all the fuss is about.
From the States of Africa.